What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be checking out the Transformers Age of the Primes, Nemesis Prime and the Minicon Air Defense team. Based on the Transformers Armada TV show, this take on Nemesis Prime depicts him as a savage clone of Optimus Prime. And I've got to say that this is a repaint that has been a long time coming. The original Commander Class Optimus Prime has to be easily one of the best updates ever produced, with its only downside really being availability. Much like most Commander Class figures, this guy barely hit retail, and being an Optimus Prime was near impossible to track down, leaving many awaiting a potential Nemesis redeco. So as we whack up an image of how he appeared in the cartoon, yet again he's looking to be incredibly close, with one striking difference in comparison to Optimus, that being this amazing battle damage face sculpt. It's incredibly scene specific, as this version of Nemesis actually had regenerative capabilities, allowing him to repair himself near instantly. Proportionally, he's also looking fantastic, with the new deco taking a lot of inspiration from the episode in comparison to the more traditional red and black. One of the biggest benefits of this guy having previously been a Commander Class is how solid he feels. There are next to no hollow joints, and the plastic is honestly comparable to something released during the Armada toy line. As we spin around to the back, much like the original, he cleans up incredibly well, with my only minor complaint really being the visible fists, which are unfortunately kind of an eyesore. He even still features molded in Minicon insignias, which are a great throwback to what was arguably the main plot point of the TV show. Firing through the accessories, he includes the Ion Blaster, 2 exhaust pipes, the Matrix of Leadership, and most importantly, the Star Saber. All of the weapons can be attached at one time, and seeing as this guy was originally released during Legacy Evolution, are even Blast Effect compatible. The Matrix, despite being removable, I think is best stored inside his chest, which, despite not being painted as nicely in comparison to Optimus, is still equally as detailed. Then turning to the Star Saber, which is arguably the main selling point of this exclusive, this is a major improvement in comparison to the version included with Starscream. For some reason, none of the more recent updates have been including Minicons, which is a huge shame, as these are arguably just as iconic as the Cyber Planet keys are to the Cybertron updates. Despite some of the earlier listings, this is actually not the Vorpal Saber, which on the show was Nemesis Prime's main form of weaponry. Instead, this version is an incredibly powerful weapon that can only be formed by combining the Minicon Air Defense team. Unlike the previous version, this can actually be broken apart into 3 individual Minicons, the first being Runway, the second Jetstorm, then finally Sonar. All 3 can then transform into their robot modes, which look to be strikingly accurate to how they appeared on screen. Each of them are decently articulated and are incredibly similar in quality to Legacy Jolt. The only downside to the Star Saber, and it's not so much of an issue with the weapon itself, would be that due to it being formed of 3 articulated characters, it does become kinda heavy, meaning that with the exception of Optimus Prime Super Mode, it will more than likely take down its wielder. Diving into the articulation, arguably one of the biggest improvements of updating the Armada designs would be how they fare against the originals in terms of posability. So the head is on a ball joint. This can look up, down, tilt side to side, and rotate left to right. The shoulders can kick forward, backwards, and completely out to the side. The biceps can spin, with the elbows able to bend, the hands can rotate, and the torso can crunch. His hips can kick forward, backwards, and out to the side. The thighs can spin, with the knees being able to bend. Then finally, the ankles can tilt. But to really see the true power of this Prime, let's now put him through the pose test. Blasting through some robot mode comparisons and going in order from tallest to smallest, first up is the Legacy United Leader Class Galvatron, the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, Leader Class Megatron, Commander Class Optimus Prime, Voyager Class Starscream, Red Alert, Deluxe Class Hotshot, then finally the 86 movie Bumblebee. Commanding the way into this guy's transformation, despite originally being released as a Commander Class, he's actually incredibly straightforward. So for the first step, bend the elbows back, doing the same for the second side. You'll then take the shoulders and slide these over the head, with again the second side to match. You'll then take the forearms and attach these into the side of the truck, with the second side doing the same. We can now take the chest plate and fold it forward, and then begin to fold it up. With that complete, snap the grille into place, with the headlight sliding on top, and the second side again doing the same. You'll now take the legs and combine them directly down the middle, then slide the shins forward to allow the tips of the toes to slide inside. With that said and done, snap the shins back into place, then take this back panel and slide it underneath the trailer hitch, with the side skirt snapping into place. You'll then take the tyres and swing these to the front, with again the second side to match. Then finally take this panel and slide it back, and that is the transformation now fully complete. Here is Nemesis Prime now fully transformed into his truck mode, and as we whack up an image of how he briefly appeared on screen, yet again an incredibly faithful recreation. Front, side to back, in comparison to the design of the original toy, this guy's a solid update, which really seems to be the running trend across nearly all of the Armada figures. The only slight downside to this guy would be again the visible fists. Seeing as unlike Optimus Prime, this version doesn't include his trailer, I do find these to be slightly more of an eyesore. In the TV show, this version of Nemesis is mainly seen without the trailer. I believe that it only shows up very briefly when he transforms, which is likely the main reason why it's not been included. There is also a Commander class Jetfire releasing in 2026, so I imagine another reason for them not including it was so that this version could also be used to combine with him. In terms of weapon storage, the blaster can be attached onto the trailer hitch, which does a pretty decent job in concealing the hands at least from one side. There is even some Minicon compatibility to be had in vehicle mode, although as mentioned in Optimus Prime's original review, we definitely need to see a Minicon box set, hopefully including Spark Plug, Leader 1 and Wind Shear, just to name a few. This mold even features arguably some of the best pinned on wheels to be seen from a modern release, allowing him the ability to ram through his opponents. Racing through some vehicle mode comparisons, first up is the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, Leader Class Galvatron, the 86 movie Megatron, Voyager Class Red Alert, Deluxe Class Hotshot, then finally the 86 movie Bumblebee.
Star Saber!
So for the first step, detach runway, doing the same for Jetstorm. You'll then take his cockpit and fold it forward. As for sonar, detach the arms, combine the cockpit, bring the shoulders down, and the elbows around. Once complete, fold the shoulders forward.
Sonar! Runway! Jetstorm!
Then take runway's feet and flip them to the front, with the cockpit following behind, and attaching into his back. You'll then take the boosters and slide these forward. As for Jetstorm, detach the legs and extend the knees. You'll then take this panel and shift it back to create his chest plate. Once complete, snap it into place. Bring the forearms forward, then slide the cockpit back. You'll now take Sonar's head and slide this up, with the shoulders to match. You'll then attach the elbows, split the legs, fold the feet to the side, then finally rotate them, leaving all three Minicons fully transformed. So, wrapping up on this review for the Transformers Age of the Primes Armada Universe Nemesis Prime. The figure to begin with is based on what I regard to be an equivalent to the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. As far as updates go, with the exception of a masterpiece, I very much doubt that it's going to get better than this. The all-new battle damage head sculpt looks sick, and despite only being on screen for a matter of seconds, makes him much more visually interesting in comparison to the regular battle mask. The Minicon Air Defense team is also a great update, and a much needed inclusion. One of my biggest issues with some of the more recent updates is how they've all mostly been missing their Minicons. The Star Saber is such an improvement visually in comparison to the Legacy version, and is arguably just as iconic to the show as some of the actual characters. The only downside to this set, I guess you could say, would be its price point. This retails for $75, and when you begin to break it down, it means that Nemesis is roughly around $60, which is the price point of an average leader class, and the Minicons around $15, which at $5 a piece I actually think makes sense. But as for Nemesis, I would say that he's slightly overpriced. The figure itself is somewhere between a Voyager and a Leader, so I really think that the set should have retailed for no more than roughly $65. But I would love to get your thoughts. Be sure to sound off below and let me know. As always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until my next video, I'll see you then. Transform and roll out!